Welcome to the island of Aki, which is not far from Patmos, the Greek islands obviously. Arrived here 2 days ago. Tried to get into this bay when I first arrived, but it's always full of boats. But I'm in there now. I'm in the sort of the middle of that lot there. Can't quite see Gypsy, I don't know why. He's probably hidden behind that big blue schooner. But when I first arrived, so I had to go around to the other side of that hill over there. There's another 2 bays, so I anchored up with a line ashore to somebody's jetty, but there was nobody in the house, so it was good because I like doing stern twos, line ashores, because the anchor really digs in. You know, if you get a real big wind, it's quite reassuring. So I'm just having a quick walk around the island. There's quite a few British boats down there. I'm sandwiched between 2 Brits, and one boat is from their family from Chester, and the other side they're from St Ives in Cambridge. So I'm just having a walk up this path. Nice and quiet. You can hear the goats with the bells around their necks clanging away all the time. There's no electric on the harbour, so we're having to rely on my batteries. And there's actually 3 restaurants down there. Not actually tried any, but yeah, it's a nice quiet little place. Just walked to the top of the island at Aki. There's the view in the distance. The outer distance is Patmos, which is where I'm going tomorrow. There's the harbour down at the bottom where Gypsy's in the middle of all that lot. Over to the right, there's a goat farm. You can hear the bells clanging away. I was going to go that way through that farm to get to the beach, but there's a few billy goats in there with some big horns, so I don't fancy that idea. Just making my way up to this church. Have a quick look in there, and then back down the path. Up at the top of Aki, on the highest point I think. Maybe not, maybe that hill is. So that's off towards Samos in the distance, and you'll see a cruise ship going towards the headland there. There's the church. There's the rest of the bay. Sorry about the wind noise. Welcome to Patmos. About 2 hours sail from Aki, where I was the other day. This is the entrance into the harbour. Came in here yesterday, and it was nice, easy sailing. All of a sudden, as soon as I came into the harbour, the wind started blowing, crosswind right across here. Now, as you can see, there's Gypsy over there, the blue hull. I was stern too, like the other boats, but because the wind was blowing, I couldn't quite get the anchor to set properly, and then the wind picked up even more, hitting 30 knots, blowing across me, and the anchor started to give way. I didn't let enough chain out. So anyway, the police saw this and they came rushing around with blue lights, and they said, look, we're going to have to pull you alongside the quay for safety. So yeah, I agreed with that. So they looked after the tail end, the stern end, and I looked after the anchor at the bow end to bring the boat round. But Mr. Plod decided not to release my stern lines, so the back end of Gypsy's got damaged. It's only paint, but still. Anyway, this is what happens when you let non-experienced people on your boat, including me. Right, so I'm just cycling around the harbour, out on the folding bike today. I'll be here for a few days, I think. Saturday's the wind is gonna be coming from over there. So luckily I'm pointing into the wind there, so I should be all right. I've got my fender board out, so we'll just see. But I've paid till tomorrow. But it's a nice little place. I haven't really explored the island yet, so that's the main town over there. We'll see how it goes. Just out for a bike ride in Patmos today. There's the one of the bays around the corner from where I'm moored up. See all those dark patches in the bay on the seabed. Weed. Not good for anchoring. In fact, get a real wind and it'll just release your anchor. So no, not the best. So yeah, nice day. Day after the coronation. Blow the cobwebs out a bit. Anchored at the south of Lepsey. Fishermen were here earlier about 3 o'clock, laying nets all around me. I thought, oh dear, I'm going to get sandwiched in, but it's now 8 o'clock at night and they've come to pick the nets up, thankfully. Wraps around my propeller. Some other boats here tonight. My new anchor light. Saves using the one at the top like those other boats. If you noticed, they've got anchor lights on the top of the mast. I've got one as well, but it uses a lot of power, so I've not got it switched on. The LED self-charge, leave it there, it just charges up during the day and then automatically comes on at night. It's really good. Nice little anchorage, 7 meters depth. Sandy bottom. I got 50 meters of chain out, so just been out for to get some gas. A gas bottle there. It's a Turkish one I had from last time I was in Turkey. It was empty, so I got a refill at the marina. Got some more water. There's me folding bike in the front of the dinghy. And there's Gypsy in the distance. I cleared customs yesterday. 235 euros. It's a blooming rip-off. You can do it yourself, but it's knowing where to go. You know, when I was at one of the Greek islands, I bumped into a Cambridge couple from Cambridge, St Ives, and they'd done it themselves, but they said it was hard work. But anyway, the Meltem is blowing like crazy. I know you can't hear it. I'm sheltered down here in this little bay. I've just walked up them steps and cycled to the marina. And yesterday I went to the Turkcell shop and got myself a Turkish SIM card. I'm heading around that way tomorrow. Tonight I've got to go and pick my laundry up. So it's all admin at the moment. The Turkcell shop, that was quite an ordeal because I had to go in the centre of Didri, and then I realised that because I'd only produced my passport 6 hours earlier, it hadn't hit the system. So they won't issue SIM cards unless you're registered on the system. So anyway, I found a smaller Turkcell shop who was a little guy on his own. He didn't seem to bother, so all good. So I got 100 gigabyte for 70 euros, which wasn't bad. Anyway, the anchor dragged slightly about 10 yards yesterday, which I'm not entirely happy about. I've got 50 metres of chain out in 6 metres of water. It's crazy, and it's hooked into sand. I don't understand. I think it may be where the wind changes direction, it slightly dislodges the anchor and then she bites again. I think that's what's going on. But when I get back to UK in a couple of weeks, I'm going to order a Sarker XL, which is the bee's knees of anchors. They really do dig in. That's what I need. It's just for peace of mind. I've had too many anchor dragging incidents in the past year or so. So I think the Bruce anchor's just going to have to be a backup. It's the 15th of May 2023. and I'm anchored at Akbak or Akbuk, can't quite remember. Got here this morning about 11ish. There's a little harbour there. I had a quick look when I went ashore on the dinghy. I went ashore on the dinghy, there's some steps into the sea, which are quite useful to tie your dinghy to, but that harbour is absolutely solid full of boats. It's too shallow anyway, but there's a little catamaran over there, American. They followed me from Didim, I think. But I stayed in Didim for a couple of days. An extra day because this City were playing Everton, and that was on one of the bars, so I stopped to watch that. I'm only here for overnight, then I'm going to the other side of that mountain range there, but obviously going around the peninsula there, and that's going to the little marina. It only holds about 12 boats, but I've got a booking, which is good, and it's only €30 a night. And then I'm flying home from there for 6 weeks, sorry, for 3 weeks. Nice, very light wind today, in 4 meters of water, which is good. So I'll not have to worry about the anchor dragging. It dragged a little bit in Didim, but the wind was a lot stronger. It was a full mil Temi at 18-20 knots. So the anchor did drag a bit, and I'm getting a bit fed up with that Bruce anchor. One of these days I'm going to come a cropper with it and lose the boat if I'm not careful. But I'm going to order the Sarker XO, which is Australian. I think I've mentioned this before, but I'll bring that back with me, and hopefully with my new Starlink internet broadband package, which will solve my TV problems. You can only get 4G here in Turkey, they haven't got 5G yet, so downloading stuff, especially drama series on ITVs and BBC, which is what I like to watch, virtually impossible. But with broadband, the Starlink, it should be easy. Yes, it's a lovely little town, not very big. I've been ashore once already. I've got to try and get some cash for the taxi, so my Revolut card wouldn't work, so I'll have to try my NatWest one, which is usually pretty good. Well, it's 7 o'clock in the evening at Akbak. Just had dinner and chocolate. It's been a really hot day today, 29 degrees. Phew. I normally have my dinner down below, but it's just too hot down there at the moment, and I'm just sitting outside here, no lights on because that attracts the mozzies, and then I'm get eaten alive for the night. So I'm going to batten everything down in a minute and get the iPad out and see what's on telly. But it's nice and calm, no wind, it's like a lake, but still got the dinghy out, and the water's quite murky here. I went for a swim, I could only see about 4 foot in front of me, but the place is starting to liven up a bit. Look, there's my anchor light bobbing away. It's a good little anchor like that. Where did I get it? I think it was in Samos, and it's a road marking one where they just leave them all day, they charge up, and then at night they all flash away. It's supposed to be stuck on a pole, but I just tie it to one of my sheets for the stay sail. It's a nice evening, still quite warm. It's going to get warmer with it being Turkey. Wait till we get to July, August, flipping heck, that'll be stifling. So still at Mandalaya Marina. This is going to be Gypsy's home for the next 3 weeks, because I'm flying home on Thursday. I've booked a cab, pick me up 5 o'clock on Thursday night, so I'm catching the red eye from Bodrum to Manchester, which gets in about 3 o'clock in the morning. So it's just a matter of waiting for the train. Oh, I've just been cycling and the bilge pump's cracking away there. Switch that off in a minute. Sometimes does that when it's dry, I don't know why. So I've given her a bit of a wash down, topped her up with water. We've got electric, but there's no need for electric to be hooked up while I'm away, because the wind turbine and the solar panels will keep the batteries topped up, because I've not got the fridge running. So yeah, I'm going to go for a bit of a cycle ride around this bay tomorrow and check it out, because when I get back I need to top up with do a shop before I go. The market is over there somewhere, not been yet, so I'll go tomorrow, do a recce, and I'm going to be anchoring up there when I get back in 3 weeks time, depending on which way the wind's blowing. Odds are the wind's going to be against me, so I'll just have to sit it out and wait.